Well, howdy ho, Stampers. Deb Valder here. Welcome back to my studio. Yet another sneak peek in our 2015 holiday catalog. It's fast approaching. September 1st you can start to order, so I wanted to give you some ideas to put on your wish list. This little framelit right here is one of my very favorites. It's called Hearth and Home, and it has two pieces to it. It has the window, it has the actual window and the windowsill. And there's a lot more than you can do with it, other than just making it a window. But that's what it looks like, and that's what made this window right here. I also used two stamp sets. One of them was Cozy Christmas, and I used quite a few of the pieces in this one. I used the Have a Cozy Christmas. I used the little snowman, or this Santa with the sleigh, and I also used this cute little house right there. Whoops. And then for the holly right there, I used embellished ornaments, and this is going to be this set right here is going to be the one I'm using for my September Stamp of the Month class. So stay tuned for that one. But this is the holly that I used on the top right here. This is a very fast card, believe it or not. I will have the measurements of the pieces on my blog, but let's get started. I started with a card base of 11 by 4 1/4, and then I added a piece of Night of Navy cardstock. So I want to just take and add that with my fast fuse to my card base, and we'll get started on the background. The next piece that I used was just a rectangle piece, and like I said, the measurements will be on my blog. I am going to use a piece of scrap paper underneath it because I'm going to get a little bit messy. And for this one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to add, this is, I believe, a 1-inch circle, and this is going to be for my moon. I'm just going to put my moon right there. And this is just scrap paper punched out with that 1-inch circle. I just put some snail adhesive on the back of it, and I just ran my finger over it so it's not permanent. When I lift this up, it's because I just put my snail on here. What I call sticky, make it dirty. And that's only because I take some of the sticky off of it, because you don't want this to rip your paper when you remove it, because this will be removed. Alright, the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to move this down just a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I just took a 1/4 of a sponge right here, but you can actually take 1/8 of a sponge. I'm going to take, I want you to get your Night of Navy ink pad, and we're going to ink up the sponge. Now we're going to burnish. You know I love to burnish, and burnishing means that you are going to rub really hard, not sponge. Sponging is when you just kind of dab like this, and you can see all of the little spots from the sponge. When you burnish, you're going to take, and I like to start it off my paper and then work it on. So I'm just kind of sponging, staying on top of that little circle. And you want to rub really, really hard, because that actually smooths out your ink. And as I go down, I'm going to lighten it up so that we're not going to be overwhelming to the house. See how smooth that becomes? Over here, I want to make it a little bit darker. And just burnish it in and feather it out. See? And I didn't go underneath that little circle. Okay, that should be done. I'm going to leave my blue ink open because this is all about the blue ink. I'm going to take this off right here very carefully. I'll remove any of the ink that, or the tape that I have left on there. And now we're going to get our Santa and snowman, or my Santa and my reindeer. I'll ink up, and then you just want to kind of go at an angle so that it looks like they're taking off from the house. There we go. And then let's get the little house that goes along with it. That's this piece right here. Now I use wood-mounted stamps. What I was telling my customers is to just line this up with the bottom, because there is a little lip right here and you don't want to lose the bottom of your house. So I just line that up on the bottom of my card, And there we have it. Now we're ready to put it together. I'm going to take and put my Night of Navy away just so that I don't get anything inked up on it. Alright, so here's my bottom. Let's take the scrap piece of paper away and bring back in my base. So what I'll do first is I will take and just add some adhesive to this, because that's just going to get glued straight to the Night of Navy paper. And just add that into the middle. I'm going to grab my dimensionals, because now I will take my frame. This is just my window frame, and it's really cute because it gives you some little lines. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but it actually gives you the lines, so there's some detail in that also. And then I'm just going to add some dimensionals to my window frame. Here we go. And here's one more. Alright, so take off the stickies, throw them on the floor. No, I'm just kidding. And then we're just going to center this right like this. Isn't that cute? Okay, now we need to put the actual windowsill on. I took the words from the stamp set that I showed you, the Cozy Christmas. Have a Cozy Christmas right here. It actually fits the window, it fits the windowsill, but it just lends itself to this card. Really awesome. So let me just grab my, I'm going to show you something with this right here. I'm going to grab my fast fuse, because we don't want that popped down there, and just add it to our window. So now we have our windowsill on there. And then, as you can see, I have my holly right up here. So what I did was I just stamped it with my garden green ink, colored it in with a wild wasabi pen, added some dimensionals on the back, and I'm going to add that to the top right here. And then, if I didn't want to do that, I could take, you'll see this right here, if I wanted to add some ice, let me just show you. If I just wanted to add some icicles like this, I'll show you how to make those in just a minute. I'm going to put on here, whoops, let's turn it upside down. I'm just going to take and add some of my fast fuse. I guess you could just do about, whoops. Alright, those two I tore apart, but I'm just going to add them just like this. So it looks like I have icicles coming down from the window. And then, I told you this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to add my little piece right here. And you can see the icicles right there. I'm not done yet. We've got more to do. Okay, so then we've got that, and that. Now we just need to bling it up. And this is where I was going to show you. Let me just move these out of the way and show you real quick. I took the Dazzling Diamonds, Dazzling Details, and this one is the Dazzling Diamonds one. I just made a strip. Now you can also do this with Crystal Effects and your Dazzling Diamonds glitter. But for this, all I did was to take, let's see, you can either use your pokey thing or I'm just going to use my stylus because that's what's closer, and then just drag this down just like this. Alright. And once you're done with that, you set it aside to let it dry, and it just peels right off of this silicone mat. It's really pretty cool. Like I said, you can also do it with your Crystal Effects and Dazzling Diamonds glitter. They both work really well. Just let it dry and it peels right off. That's the beauty of that silicone mat. Now, to finish this one up and to give it some really pizzazz, I took my Dazzling Diamonds, Dazzling Details, and I just put some right here on the roof. Let me just... I like to tell people to do this after everything is all put together, because if you do it beforehand, you're not going to be able to put it together. So in my class, I had them take and I will have them take and do it after it's all done. All right, so I've got it on the trees. I've got it on the top of the roof. And now I'm going to take the Dazzling Diamonds Cherry Cobbler and just put some dabs onto my cherry, or my holly berries. And that's as simple and as quick as it is. You let it set aside to dry, and it is just adorable. I love how I have the, can you see that? Can you see the little icicles coming down from the window? It's absolutely adorable. I did not put them coming off of here because this is the inside of the house looking out. You don't want icicles on the inside of your house. So this looks like they're on the roof, on the outside of the window, just coming down. Just looks really, really cute. So I hope you had a good day. I hope you stop over on my blog. If you have any questions, let me know. Take care and have a great day.